Oh, you don't have members only comments.
Huh?
You don't have subscribers only comments.
So what? Trying to see if I even see the comments right now. No, we're doing, what is it, elliptical?
Yeah.
Yeah, elliptical. I do hour on this. Doing 7 and 6. We're working our way to 10. Hey, Cat Cat. Hey, y'all. Yeah, we're doing cardio for an hour. And I have to build up the watch hours on this channel, so everything's becoming content at this point.
Tell them why, because you think you're taking away your hours on your out of drag channel.
Okay, I'll tell them then. You just said it, but yeah. Yeah, this channel, we're trying to get it monetized, and YouTube now, they took away 50 of my watch hours, so now I have to get them back somehow.
Now it's 100.
100 now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, YouTube, you're listening, you're fucked up. Because this is almost monetized, and they took my hours away. How you guys doing? What's going on? I feel like I have no choice but to read the chat when I'm like this. I can't look anywhere else.
Here, leave comments on this so you can make it mine.
Okay. So yeah, Ernie works for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to be, I actually figured I could ask you guys, what are some good sides to make for Thanksgiving for a small couple? Because I'm not gonna have a Friendsgiving because my friends suck. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. So far, our menu is, I'm not doing a turkey. I'm doing turkey slices with gravy, like in a crock pot, so you can do sandwiches. And then for the sides, I'm thinking mashed potatoes, because we'll have the gravy. Then probably green bean casserole, because I'm from the Midwest. And maybe mac and cheese. But I haven't decided if mac and cheese is truly happening, because, girl, that's an undertaking. It's so much damn work to make mac and cheese from scratch. It might just be Kraft from the box. And if I get bored on Thanksgiving, y'all might be watching me on this channel making my sides. Oh, I know, green bean casserole is super easy. Well, that's fun. We got one comment to get rid of. And a block. Let's see. All right. Where'd they even come from? One random ass person.
I don't know, are they random or are they here?
Yeah, I just removed them. All right. Cool. Oh, I have power. I can put people on timeout.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Oh my God. The powers. It's like WandaVision, just like spirit ball them out of my chat. Oh, that's sickening.
Honestly, I'm kind of interested what the follow-up of the story of that was going to be.
What do you mean?
Of them shitting in their grandma's pot thing.
You know, I probably should have asked. You should be in drag while doing this. Shut up, Hexton. You should do the same thing while you're making dolls on live. See how comfortable that is. Paint some dolls' faces with false eyelashes on. Yeah, take that back. Take that challenge. I've only done that once. When I was making puppets, I did it in full drag, never again. Learned my lesson there. You know, I probably shouldn't have banned them because now I do want to know what happened with that story.
Yeah, that sounds like, people probably one of your subscribers are like,
I know my subscribers. Now my subscribers are just named Balls. Or maybe it's on this channel. Maybe. Did I just get rid of my most loyal subscriber?
go back, bring them back. We need them
No,
back.
come back. Oh. Yeah, we're still recording the podcast later. If we get through an hour of this cardio. Because now that I actually have to talk while doing it, it's a little harder. I usually just put my headphones on and ignore it.
What are we trying to do?
Huh? If we can make it through an hour of this cardio, because now I have to talk, so I'm using up more energy.
Oh, it's okay. It's training for your one-woman show for breathing.
This is not a great breathing exercise, I'll say that right now.
We call this a child trained, right? Can't you keep that?
And that's why her father is banned from being her manager now. There are reasons for everything.
Hey, there's the reason why you guys have to supposed to see heads.
Let's see. What am I missing in this chat right now? They gotta be bots, some of them. Probably. But I'm convinced, like, especially on this channel's been dead for a few minutes now. So, I don't know where they finding that at. That was Sponge's Finsta. I'm over it now. I'm sure the follow-up wasn't as good as the beginning of the story anyway. It was all impact, but nothing to follow it up with. That was such a chill live. Which one? We're here whenever you want to stream. Like when Ernie did yard work. Oh, I forgot you did yard work at one time.
Oh, yeah.
You're training the skills you need as a YouTuber and live streamer, talking while doing anything. I mean, kind of right. It is very Destiny's Child when they were trained to like be vocalists. Their father would take them as little girls on jogs and follow them in the car, and making them do vocal exercises and sing songs while they ran miles. That's crazy. But you know what? That's why Beyonce is Beyonce.
This is what it takes to become a YouTuber, okay?
This is the kind of dedication you need. But yeah, we're trying to build up hours on this, as you can see, because we're trying to get it monetized. We'll see if it happens. I feel like we'll just get really close to it, and then YouTube will take it all away. They like to do that, because they play games with James Mansfield too, like that too.
And you know what I got it monetized? Live stream.
Truth. This is the truth.
I don't think they can hear me.
Cut.
Count to number 5 if you can hear me.
Can y'all hear Ernie? I feel like his microphone's strong. They might hear the radio more than you. But they're playing like the very worst of the 80s hair metal.
Oh, they can hear me. They're number 5.
I'll work. Thanks, Peachy. Peachy. Are you doing Stairmaster? No, we're doing elliptical. I can't do Stairmaster. I get wiped out too quickly on that. I have no cardio, like, resilience with that.
Stairmaster, after 2 minutes, I'm done.
Yeah, after 2 minutes, it's over with. Like, I have the lungs of a smoker, having never smoked a day in my life. I'll be on Stairmaster for, like, literally maximum 3 minutes. It's not a very efficient exercise for me. Plus, I kind of like the elliptical because it feels like I'm running away from bullies. So it's like I'm taking life experience into it. It's like, hoo, 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 hoo. I can really hoof it. Or, you know, I'm running away from real work. That too. Yeah, elliptical. Although I don't fuck with the treadmill either. That's too much dedication. That's like doing it for real. If I have to run, I have to be going somewhere. Wow. My forehead's gonna be so glossy by the end of this. I'd never had to do this where like I get concerned about how it's gonna look at the end of it. Yeah, we're excited. I have opinions too, filming later. Already got new stuff with the microphone, so we're gonna try those out. But yeah, we finally gathered some topics. It's gonna be cute. She's gonna have glass skin. Hex, did you ever try that? That like face mask all the drag queens were doing where it gets you like a doll face? And you like peel it off?
Oh, you have to mix it with like some water or something, I forgot.
Yeah, but like, I think Saphira Cristal did it or something. What am I doing for Thanksgiving? Ernie works, so I'll be home alone. So I'm gonna cook a small dinner for myself because my friends are lame and decided last minute they're not doing Friendsgiving. So they can suck it. So I'll be home alone. Like, you can't move your face with that, LOL. Well, you don't lip sync anyway, so what's the big deal? Just voice over it. Do a whole video like that. You'll be like Dollface from Twisted Metal Black. Just a doll mask. It'd be cute. Could be cute. Just saying. Honestly, people might watch your videos more if you took the talking feature out, Hexgen. Get some Mexican food and guacamole. I could. But guacamole is also a lot of work, girl. Like, Especially after my thumb incident in the kitchen, I'll slice my whole thumb off trying to do that. Cutting that many avocados, trying to take the pit out. It's a no. We're going very American with this Thanksgiving dinner because they're all easy foods to make. Other than mac and cheese. Mac and cheese, for some reason, it's overly involved every single recipe I find. And I've yet to find one where I'm satisfied with it. With King Puff. Puff is doing good. He's going on longer walks, so he's starting to lose a little bit of weight. I also have been monitoring my feeding him. I've been remembering to not to forget that I fed him already. So yeah, he's fine. He's good. His back legs are starting to go. So once they start going out completely, I can't wait to get like one of those little scooter things to put in the back of him, like a little dog buggy. Him running into walls. It's like when he got fixed and he had a little cone on, he's around all the walls because he has no sense of direction, with or without a cone. But I just love to hear that sound of BAM when he hit a wall. Satisfying. He's fine. I'm sure he's got like a couple more years before the legs fully start to go. He's so active though. More so than he needs to be. He's very much like, I feel like I'm one of those families where they have like a wily, older, elderly person in their family, like their grandma is too wily for her own good, where she knows she's not supposed to go up and down the stairs, but she still does. That's kind of where Puff is at this moment. The little puppy cart, and you can decorate it to look like a flower cart. Ooh, I can make him a roller skate for Halloween. Yes, could be fun. Or a power wheel, or a transformer. He could be a transformer. That's what's happening. Little bumblebee. Why do I always think he's puppy age? Because he's immature and I didn't train him well. Well, that's not true. He does all like the puppy things you expect, like he doesn't piss and shit in the house. And he knows when to go on walks and stuff. He just has too much energy and doesn't know not to jump on people, which is a very puppy thing to do. Although there is a puppy in our complex now that Puff has been like social with, which is very new for us because he normally hates dogs. But the puppy, I guess, has gotten too comfortable around him now where she'll like jump on his face and like smack him around and Puff just starts to walk away. Well, I'm thinking to myself, it's like, if your badass dog F's around on the right day, there's nothing I can do to stop Puff from whooping its ass. It's just gonna happen. No, they started it, just saying. Puff is a forever puppy. I mean, I feel like with age, they get smaller, so he'll start looking more and more like a puppy soon enough. I can't wait for that when like they revert back to the original size. Oh, look at Les Mateo's dog. Oh, that thing lived forever. She had a little white dog, and it was like a little toy poodle. But bitch, that thing was ancient. It was like around since Jurassic times. And it had so much energy. And one of those buttholes that just looked like it was permanently like prolapsed, like a Palm Springs butthole.
We know how old is he? He's about to be 10.
Yeah, Puff's 10. Or about to be, yeah. December, he turns 10. Or is it January he was born?
January.
January. One of the cold months. Forget that makes him Aquarius? Aquarius child? What's January 20-something? One of you's bound to know. It was probably allergic to white diamonds. Did I mention that? She wears that? I feel like I always do, yeah. I mean, it probably built up a huge tolerance to it because she bathes in it. But you gotta love it. That's someone that found a scent and it sticks. They're never getting rid of it. I wish I had that dedication. Just like women that really like Chanel No. 5. I don't understand how people like that shit. Oh, it's so gross. Aquarius. My little Aquarius child, yeah. That's why he's so artistic, so creative, so independent. I forget what else Aquariuses are known for. Bad with money? Probably. Gambling addiction, prone to gambling addictions. Sounds about right. I feel like I'm on money. I'm also an Aquarius, no slander in this chat. I mean, I sometimes would claim Aquarius because I was born on a cusp. So technically I could, but I always lean with Pisces because it sounds like pisses and that's fun. Hey, Carl. Working on your fitness? Yeah, we're trying. We're trying to get this channel monetized, so we're getting these hours up.
Because YouTube took away 100 hours today.
Yeah, YouTube decided, you know what would be a great early Christmas present for Black Friday? We're taking away 50 of your hours that you worked for.
100.
I'm saying 50 because I'm not ready to accept that it's 100 yet. Okay, it's 50. Hey, Louise. Yes, that is Carl, who I'm trying to convince to move out here, but his boyfriend's being selfish and wants to stay in Long Island. Don't they understand they thrive in Las Vegas? What's in Long Island that's keeping you there? Absolutely nothing. You act like you like the snow. You act like you like taking trains places, where you could be here with 17 shows dedicated to the Jackson family. It's paradise here. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, Culver just got their, what is that called?
Who?
Residency?
Oh yeah, Coco got a residency, see? Coco Montrese has a residency.
That's Janet Jackson.
Yeah, with the Janet Jackson show at Resorts World. So you know what? The world is on the up and up. Vegas is moving on up. Truly, the culture is coming back. Video walls for days. I'm telling you, you could be in like one of those big loft apartments with like LED lights. You never turn anything on. It's just fucking blue LED light strips throughout the house and just crashing in the walls. That could be your life. You know, white walls, like 10 feet high, and those ones sectional couches and no furniture, just that. A TV that's not mounted. I'm telling you, could be a dream. Could be fun.
Oh my god, should we do like a cardio live stream where everybody else does cardio? And just keep up with each other's cardio?
We should. I feel like we should. That would get all my fans active and moving around. Now that to mention it, Taurus is not one I've heard mentioned a lot either. Are you a Taurus? I don't think I know many Tauruses. Do I know anyone that's a Taurus? Oh, my sister, she's a Taurus. Hence why, maybe that's what it is. Maybe Tauruses are just very forgettable. They don't leave a very lasting impression. Because I completely forgot about my sister. So yeah, that could be it. I think that's what it is, Selena. I'm so sorry. Honestly, I could use the exercise. I don't know. I fear for you, Louise, because you're always on some crazy ass time, like shift when it comes to like whenever I go live. Like I'll be going live at like 6 p.m. and it's 4 in the morning for you.
Well, that's the perfect time. Because Mark Wahlberg works out at 3 to 4 a.m. because apparently that's where you burn the most. Apparently, I don't know science.
And you know what? If there's anyone you want to take after, it's Mark Wahlberg. Clearly somebody that has their whole life figured out. That was a joke.
Fitness-wise, he does.
Fitness-wise, sure, yeah. He's got that
Actually,
unlocked.
he also has a restaurant here, and he's about to build a movie studio here, so...
I mean, he has a restaurant, but I argue whether or not it's good. I guess people think it's good, but that Wahlburger shit, bleh.
Are they related? I don't think they are.
Wahlburger is him, yeah. Yeah,
Are they?
it is. Fight me. It's true.
I thought it wasn't.
It is.
This whole time?
Wahlburgers is Mark Wahlberg's.
This whole time?
Yeah,
I never had one, so...
believe it. Oh, they're trash. It's not good. Just stick with Shake Shack or something. Louise, the Mark Wahlberg of the chat. We have christened the Mark Wahlberg. My ADHD never sleeps, so no worries, James. Oh, I love that for you. You just like, you'll be laying in bed at night, it'll be like 4 in the morning, and suddenly your brain will snap awake and wonder where your birth certificate is. Do they have birth certificates where you are? Netherlands? Is that a thing? Is that just an American thing where you have to like tie up our whole lives with pieces of paper. Denmark. Thank you, John, for the correction. Maybe that's my new thing for Louise. I just imagine they're a new place every single time. Even though he's told me plenty of times they're in Denmark. Yes, we have birth certificates in Denmark. Okay, good. Good to know. You learn something new every day. They're just like you and I, you guys. My gosh. What was it? When I did that wrestling podcast in the UK, one of the people there on the panel was from Canada. And I'm dragged as James Mansfield. I'm just sitting there. It's like, Tempest, how come you don't talk funny like everyone else? You sound almost normal. Let's see, where am I calorie-wise? Oh, Ernie is kicking my ass right now. Although I am talking while I do this, I feel like I'm burning more than this machine is taking credit for. But he's like 20 calories ahead of me. I also got a late start.
Don't have Chipotle in Denmark.
Oh, I'm never going then. I'm so sorry. Actually, that's not true. Chipotle is not one thing to keep me back. What is your like fast food chain of choice over there? Subway? What's the American like invasion thing that's come over and, you know, slipped in like a virus, like a parasite? One of our American fast food chains. It's probably Madonna. She's not a fast food chain. She's a different strain. I heard those things are so inaccurate, LOL. I like cut the calorie count in half. Selena, that's horrible. That means I'm doing less. You should say double it. That's so mean. It's because I said Tauruses are forgettable. That's so mean. I feel like I was making so much progress. You just went and just pulverized me. You just knocked me out like that.
Well, we also lifted weights before this.
True. But still, I like to do this as my excuse to where if I wanted to have a mango monster after this, I could because I technically worked it off. I don't think it's necessarily how that works, but that's the math I did in my mind, okay? The mental gymnastics it took, okay? I had a Tim Horton muffin this week. Tim Horton's like a big thing here. I only ever had it in Canada though, not to brag, but I had Tim Horton in Vancouver and it was pretty all right. I don't do a lot of fast food chains. I like classic pizzeria pizza. We certainly have McDonald's, Burger King, KFC. Louise, what am I missing? Yeah, Louise, you never followed up. What's the big fast food chain that's taken over in Denmark? What American thing is taken over here? She probably fell asleep. It is like 4 a.m. over there right now. How's that for unremarkable? You ate that up. Okay, you're blocked. No, and you're muted.
Time out.
Time out. Salea's now on timeout.
Not lots of after workout popcorn and Ozempic.
If I could only afford Ozempic. I know a couple people that are on it now, and it always cracks me up because like they'll take it, but they don't work out. So I'm just like, well, what do you think is going to happen? And it's like they're shocked when like 2 weeks, 3 weeks go by and nothing's changed. Oh, that's what happens when you sell a miracle drug. McDonald's and Burger King are probably the most popular here. Oh, that's so boring. I was hoping it was gonna be something super random. Like they're really all about like, I don't know, Quiznos over there. Like a really obscure American one. Like they love Long John Silver's. Like they can't get enough of it over there. Church's chicken, which I've never had. Am I missing out? Let me know. Because I have had Jollibee here, and I realized I was missing out my whole life. Hello, Brian. Brian spelled the gay way with a Y. Although it's not before the R, which is very interesting. Jollibee is life. I haven't had it in a while because it'll do some damage to my system. But when I'm feeling brave and I'm feeling peckish and I'm there for it, I'm ready for the results. Jollibee it is, a bucket of chicken and the little mango pies, the rice with the gravy. Honey, it's on. And I think they have fries. I never tried the fries though. And the spaghetti, I also raised my eyebrow at. Never tried the spaghetti, but it has been recommended to me quite a bit. But here in Vegas, we got some good Filipino food. Like, there's a lot of Filipino fast food chains. We have Pizza Hut too. Oh gosh. Is it like 1984 over there? Like, nothing's really updated since like 1986. Like, your Pizza Hut still has like the Pizza Hut family style diner with like the Tiffany lamps above it and the red cups. Please tell me that's how it is in Denmark. Like, y'all are living like decades behind and just so happy. Like, you just got the iPhone like last year. Basically. Oh, that's so nice. They live inside a vacuum. Must be nice. What was your Wisconsin Thanksgiving dinner then? You loved, oh, okay. Well, I had a very Americanized family, so we had all the basic shit you expect, like turkey, the stuffing inside the turkey. My dad was really big on that. And he's also one of the people that like threw like sausage and all sorts of nonsense in the stuffing. So whereas like that turkey's crevice, bitch, it was literally a mount party the way he stuffed that turkey's ass. Like just bursting out, like the turkey's ripping. And mashed potatoes, green bean casserole. My sister would do this weird Wisconsin thing where it would be rice and broccoli and cheese, like Cheese Whiz or something, like all mixed together to make like a mound of like cheddar, broccoli, rice, vomit. The way it looked, but it was really good. But yeah, she would make that all the time. And the sweet potatoes with the mushrooms, not mushrooms, with the marshmallows on top. I don't know what you call that, but like the sweet potatoes smashed down with like marshmallows and cinnamon, which I never ate that because sweet potatoes are gross, sweet or otherwise. And canned cranberry sauce because we were trash. And I always tried to infiltrate it with some kind of new dish. That was always my thing. The traditional thing when I was living there is I'd bring some sort of new frickin' thing as like an appetizer or as a side. I tried to make macaroni and cheese happen a few times every year, and I always left with everything I brought. So my family's not very adventurous. If it becomes a hit, then you make it every year, but I'd never had a hit. Oh my God, I'm like a musical artist. I just kept releasing singles, but none of them would chart at my family's Thanksgiving dinner. A version of cat cute casserole in every American home. Exactly that. It looks like someone took sick in the bowl, but it was delicious. It was probably like one of those like home economics recipes that she was taught in Wisconsin, because that was essentially my mother's whole menu, was everything she learned in home economics. You know, like stuffed green peppers, tuna casserole, baked chicken, salmon patties, all the stuff I know how to make just as like basic meals now. Got good preparation for that. Beef stroganoff, Swedish meatballs. Very Americana shit, meatloaf. Ours, tuna, noodles, potato chips. John, you're speaking my language. No one else knows what I'm talking about when I mention this. Tuna noodle casserole. It's my favorite like trailer park potluck thing. So the way I make it, it's noodles, macaroni noodles like elbows, cream mushroom soup. You put a little bit of milk in it so it's not as mushy and gross, so it mixes a little easier. Can of tuna, and then I take cheese and like basically hide it inside the casserole mush, and then you put cheese on top, then crush up Lay's potato chips and put that in there too. And, oh, and I didn't do peas. I forgot the vegetable. No one in my family liked peas. My mom would substitute with corn because we're Mexican, so we put corn in it, which is better because I hate the taste of peas. I think they taste like dirt. So yeah, it's not the most colorful dish. It's very yellow, but again, hot or cold, it's yummy. I agree. I'd eat it either way. When it's all coagulated and gelatinous after it's sat out for a few hours, I'll still eat it. I don't care. But yeah, you crush up the Lay's potato chips, put it on top, bake it for like 40 minutes on 350. Boom. Everyone's happy. Dinner's done. Comfort food indeed. I've only ever heard it referenced once in pop culture, and it was in the Sordid Lies movie where Delta Burke brought it over as like a potluck thing for the funeral. She was like, I made my mama's tuna noodle casserole with the Lay's potato chips on top and the cream mushroom soup. And I thought, someone else does this? Sometimes food's just gotta be shades of brown. Exactly, I agree. Just a nice char on top of the cheese and you're good to go. That whole adding color to the food I never understood. Like that's what peas and paprika were always like thrown in the recipes for. And I'm against this. Peas are gross. They taste like dirt. I don't care if they're nutritious. I don't care how you cook them, they're gross. I grew up Mormon, so I'm very aware of it. Oh, see, that makes sense because like I imagine they clung on to anything Americana, like anything that's baked in the wool of like American culture, like 1950s shit. You would have seen like a Betty Crocker catalog or behind a box. They're like, yep, taking that, loving that. I'm all about that. Mormons know casserole. I believe it. If I ever get the wanderlust to go up to Utah, I'm sure I'll be swimming in casserole. They know every way you can cook a macaroni noodle, whether it be for artwork or for your stomach. John, did you have to make macaroni pictures at summer camp? Is that something you had to do, macaroni art? Midwest cat thing too, old school casseroles. Oh yeah, that are bars. That's a bit more of like a northern thing, like Minnesota-ish. Everyone makes some kind of like dessert bar for potlucks. Oh, I bring the bars, like cookie bars, cheesecake bars. Speaking of, you know what I brought to a friend's potluck here, and it got like such a shocked reaction. I brought a dirt cake to a potluck here, and only a few people knew what it was, but they were so thrilled. In case anyone doesn't know what a dirt cake is, that is crushed up Oreos. I use butter in mine so it mashes down better. Melted butter, Oreos, you smash it into a pan for pie crust. Then you use chocolate pudding. Some people use vanilla, but I don't understand those people. I use chocolate pudding. I mix it with Cool Whip and a little bit of Philadelphia cream cheese so it's nice and creamy. Then you layer that down, crush up more Oreos on top, and you can do whipped cream or gummy worms, whatever the fuck you want to do, fake graves. But yeah, you just eat it with a spoon. Put it in the fridge for about an hour until it gets nice and cold. How about a 7-layer dip? That's a party favorite. I never had a dedication to do the 7-layer dip. I've always wanted to learn it. Also, beer cheese dip. Always wanted to learn how that worked. Never had a dedication for it. The only dip I ever learned how to do was taco dip. With the cream cheese and the taco seasoning, you mix that up, smear it on a pan, and then just throw its toppings on top of it. Cheese, lettuce, olives, tomatoes, more taco sauce. Oh, I would eat too much of that cake for sure. Oh my God, it happens very easily. There's another one that my aunt makes, and it's like a non-baked cheesecake pie where it's smashed graham crackers and butter to make the crust, right? And then, I don't know how she does it, but it's like the most creamy whipped cheesecake filling, and then you put like whipped cream and cherries on top of like cheesecake cherries on top. But it's so fucking good. Like I will destroy a pan of that, but it's such a potluck thing in the Midwest. I think it's like a non-baked cheesecake pie. It's like the most unglamorous name ever. It needs a funner name. My mom made that with peaches. Oh, that sounds good too. I forget what you call it. It's not quite a cobbler, but it's like cobbler adjacent. Oh, I used to love those things. Those Midwest recipes. That's one thing I miss about like Wisconsin coming to potlucks here. Potlucks here is such a joke. Like nobody eats anything, so like all those staples aren't there. I think the wildest thing I saw was like the one thing at the potluck in the West I never ate, which was like the barbecue sauce with the meatballs in it. Never understood why people like that. It's just so gross. It's like berry jam barbecue sauce and the meatballs are just swimming in it. Ugh, hated it. It's called peach stuff. Oh, I love that. That's a fun name. The stuff. I brought the stuff. Ew, exactly. I never got why people liked it so much, those meatballs. No. That's very Tupperware party food. Get some more. Oh, you're all out. Huh? Damn. I'm trying to think of more potluck foods. Yeah, all our friends are dancers, so like you'll bring food, but it just kind of sits there and like gets hard on top. It grows a layer of skin. It's kind of there for decoration, and just like a little bit of the edge is eaten out from where me and Ernie were eating from it. Are you old enough to remember Tony Roma's? No, what is that? Who is that? What do they do? Is it like that one lady where like she had infomercials where you could cook everything inside of a bag and you could have like the edible menu? Because I do remember that lady. It'd be on between like those horrible like cartoon like toy infomercials, like the sand clay and shit like that you could like mold and make stuff out with, or glow in the dark stuff. Ribs. Oh, no. I mean, we're big rib eaters in the Midwest, but that's more like a Famous Davesy kind of thing, where your parents just made their own, like a rack of ribs. Which again, never been a big rib person because I don't like getting messy. Like I'll sit there with a fork like a loser and just like eat it like that. But like if I have to go through like 3 things on napkins, I don't want to partake. Or if we're doing this, we gotta do it like crawfish backyard style, where I get gloves and a bib. If I don't get gloves to eat the ribs, I don't want it. Ribs with baked beans and cornbread. Oh, it is like a Famous Dave's kind of situation then. The baked beans I never got into either. The sweet beans. Anytime like the side is sweet, I'm immediately taken out. I'd rather have savory over sweet any day. Just like meat, I don't like when meat's sweet. I guess I'm picky in that regard. Like sweet and sour chicken, never ate the sauce, just got the chicken. Put some gravy on it. I love mashed potatoes. I feel like you're in like good company with that. I feel like that's one of those universal things everyone agrees on. How you make them is where it boils down to like, you know, where it comes down to debate. I remember one year for Thanksgiving, I was put in charge of doing mashed potatoes, and my mother threw a fucking fit because I put sour cream in them. It was like blasphemous because of her. It's like milk, butter, and that's it. Maybe some salt, maybe some pepper, but that's it. Potatoes, milk, butter. I'm just like, you can add all sorts of shit to this to make it taste better. You can even try leaving some of the skin on of it so it has a little more texture. You're bringing mashed potatoes? Oh yeah, crowd pleaser. Always a crowd pleaser. I like doing mashed potatoes from scratch too. It's just like, the one thing that kills me is like, it's always the thing I have to start first. Because bitch, potatoes take forever to cook down. Like you'll be sitting there for a good hour almost for those fucking potatoes to be just right to go mush down. Chives are good too. I agree. I could go for that. Probably not every time, but if I'm at someone else's house, I'll eat it. It's not a deal breaker. I just threw a little bit of garlic, like minced garlic in it. Mine was potatoes, milk, butter, sour cream, a little bit of minced garlic. And seasonings, I would do salt, pepper, and like a small bit of garlic powder. And then you just keep seasoning the taste because you don't want it to taste too salty. Do you have any tips on Mexican foods that we can try to make at home here in a Mexican restaurant in a deprived country? Sure, I could teach you how to do the rice the easy way. It took me a minute to figure it out. So Mexican rice, what I do is, I feel like a lot of people have the hardest time with it when it comes to like frying it and browning it. So I don't do canola oil, I skip that. Instead of canola oil, I use butter. Like, you know, country crock, anything, like a tablespoon, dollop in that, get it nice and hot, and then throw your cup of rice in. And I feel like it browns it better without it getting too greasy. So yeah, it'll brown within like 5 minutes. You can just add your 2 cups of water. And I use a tomato, half an onion, 3 to 4 garlic cloves, or if you have minced garlic, that works too. As long as it's fucking chopped, who cares? It's going in the blender anyway. Throw that all in the blender. I don't use chicken broth because it takes too long, and I always feel like it makes things inconsistent. So I use Knorr, the bouillon powder, preferably the yellow if I'm doing it with fresh ingredients. You throw like a few teaspoons in that. If you don't like it too salty, just subtract it. But it's just to give the chicken flavor. Blend that in the blender with like a little bit of the water from the rice that's cooking in the pot. So it gets a liquid consistency. Throw it in, mix it, bring it to a rolling boil, cover it, don't uncover it, on low heat for 15 minutes, and the rice is cooked perfectly. If you want the even quicker way, brown the rice, throw a cup of water in, use the Knorr bouillon powder, but with the tomato. It's like the red one. You take a few tablespoons of that and throw it in there and mix it up. Cover it 15 minutes, it's done. You get the orange Mexican rice with the flavor if you don't feel like doing all that extra shit. Yeah, 2 easy ways to do it, to get it. Because I feel like rice, people always have a problem with that. The trick is not to take it off, not to take the cover off. Don't check it, just leave it alone. Neglect it. And the beans, honestly, I just do can. Not like the gross, like gelatinous ones. I'll do like a can of Pintos. I'll put like butter down in the pan instead of oil, because again, I don't really like using oil, it's too fat. So I use butter. Throw the beans in there after it's nice and hot. Let them cook up for like about 10 minutes so they soften up. And season it with like cumin, adobo. Sometimes I'll throw chicken bouillon in it, depends how I'm feeling that day. If I want them salty or not. If you like are really in a hurry and like don't have all the ingredients, if you have taco seasoning, throw that in there. It has all the same shit in it. Like, you know, chili powder and all that, it's all in it. Just use a little bit of that until it tastes right. Let it boil a little more, cover it, then mash it, boil it a little more, add a little water if it's too mushy to get a little more liquid back. And just cover it until it's done. Check it, stir it. That one you can pay attention to because it will get burned and gross. I know my Ernie's sisters threw a little bit of onion in there. That works too. If you're doing oil, throw onion in the oil to flavor it. I know how to make frijoles. Ooh, drop the recipe, Selena. Drop the recipe in the Discord. I'm always down to try new ones. My frijole recipe is so lazy. I do it such a white people way. Did I hear adobo? You could summon a whole country with that. I bet adobo is power, girl. It's God. We love it. Mexican foods have it in everything. Okay, especially with Mexican food, especially what I notice is a lot of it has the same ingredients. So as long as you have tomatoes, onions, and garlic, you could just about make anything. Peppers, like chiles. Depends whether or not you want to cook them or not. If you can get them in can or you can get them pre-done, just do that. Ain't nobody got time to be sitting around for an hour to boil down some fucking peppers. But yeah, those are the magic ingredients: tomatoes, onion, garlic. You can make just about any Mexican food with that. Ugh, we're playing Bon Jovi.
more minutes.
Work, adult makes pretty much anything better. Agreed. And here's another thing. I was sleeping on cumin for a long time. I used to never use it a whole lot, but now that I got it for like a recipe, I started using it. It's like, okay, I see what's been missing. It adds a little extra like a uppercut to a meal. It's a slept-on spice. I'm thinking about to have a very Mexican food themed December over here. Hey, do it. I'm telling you, the rice is super easy once you get the hang of it. Remember, just make sure your cup and water ratio makes sense. So like if you're doing a cup of rice, 2 cups of water. And then when it comes to rolling boil, after you throw all your ingredients in, mix it, then cover it, and put it on low heat. Sit it for 15 minutes. Neglect it. Put a timer on. Just remember, 15 minutes is done. And if you burn the bottom, that's how you know you made this shit good. What kind of rice? Long grain. You can rinse it if you want. I sometimes forget and I haven't seen any kind of real difference in my rice consistency. It depends, like if you're a germaphobe or not. If you want the starch off of it, you can rinse it beforehand. I forget most of the time, and I haven't seen any difference in the rice. But yeah, long grain white rice. Oh yeah, and you'll know it's done. It'll start to look a little brown. You don't want black and you don't want dark brown. It should be like tan when you're frying it in the butter. And it'll start to smell like nutty, like nuts. That's how you know the rice is like almost done. And you can throw the water in.
My throat got really dry.
So is mine. My throat's dry too. Hey, thanks, Sparkle. We're trying. We trying. Our cardio. We burned almost 500 calories according to this. Although if you ask Selena, I subtract half of that, I've burned at least 200. Oh, I know, I'm about to tear up that free water in the reception area. I'm about to barrel through that. 250. Oh, you're so hateful. Why are you like this?
That's why I'm gonna get an Apple Watch.
Oh, right. Black Friday's coming up. Apple Watches.
It's happening right now on Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, damn. I will try it and report back. Good, Cat. I'm glad. Try it. It's easy. And the way I make it, if you're feeding, like, it feeds up to 4 people. So you'll have stuff left over for other recipes if you want, for other meals. Oh, another hack. Since we have a few more minutes left, there's another way you can do the rice. Same steps, like a little bit of butter in the pan to fry it up in, cup of rice, and instead of doing everything else, it's basically just butter yellow rice. You use the Knorr bouillon and throw that in the water after it's ready, and then mix it up. And then you can add in like a can of vegetables or frozen vegetables like peas, carrots, corn, like that mixed vegetable melody stuff. Throw a little bit of that in, mix it up, and cover it, same steps, 15 minutes, and you get the white rice, Mexican style, with the vegetables in it. You could also do that for the red rice too, throw vegetables in it if you want to. Depends how much you want to like boost up the rice. Because like different regions, they all do it different ways. My family never did that. It was always just plain rice. But other other family I ate with, they throw like vegetables in it, there'd be meat in it. Everyone makes it differently, so just make it your own. I want more taste testing videos. Your mac and cheese taste tests were so funny. Honestly, if I get bored on Thanksgiving, you might just be seeing me cooking my sides on this channel. Me trying to fumble my way through mac and cheese because I have yet to have a recipe I've tried where I really liked it. What was the one I got? I was gonna try Patty LaBelle's, but bitch, that's like an 18 ingredient mac and cheese. I'm like, you are out of your mind. It had like shrimp and scallions and shit in it, lobster. Who am I feeding? It's like, this is mac and cheese for like the Dallas Cowboys. Why am I doing this? So yeah, we scrapped that one. We're not doing that one anymore. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so bad at thinking of interesting things to eat. So, always eating the same thing. Really appreciate the inspiration. I'll try it out, yeah. If you're doing asada, you gotta make sure it's burned. It's gotta have a crust to it. That's one thing I hate about Mexican restaurants here is their asada is always kind of like chunky and chewy. There's never any crust to it. You gotta sear that bitch. I have some pretty good Mexican restaurants in Copenhagen. Oh, dang, that's good to know if I ever end up in Copenhagen, Louise. How is the antiquing over there? Would I get lucky finding Barbies over there in Copenhagen? I feel like I would. They had Barbies over there. Trying to find the vintage ones from the 60s. I feel like every other doll channel I watched are always in like one of those upper Eastern European countries or like somewhere with the Hagens behind it. Like the Rose Island countries. Maybe we have a lot of antique shops. Okay. I do need a vacation. Copenhagen, why do I always hear that? Is that like big for weed or something? I always feel like American movies always make pot jokes about that or something.
You could be a road tripping through USA. Only one downside, James doesn't drive.
True. We're literally backpacking, like thumb on the side of the road. Give us a ride. We'll end up in Hostel, the movie. That'll be the last live stream we ever do. Being brutally murdered. Yup. Okay, good. I thought so. Before America got all smoked up and legalizing it in the States, that's where people were always vacationing to get blazed. I know that antique shopping is better in Zealand, where Copenhagen is. Here in Jalen, where I live, unfortunately for me. Aw. Well, I'm sorry, Cat. You can come visit Louise. That's what you'll do. You'll trip over there to visit him when I'm there. And I'll cook you Mexican food.
Got 6 minutes left.
Hey. Free tour guide signing up. Oh, you were gonna do it no matter what. I wasn't gonna ask you to sign up. I was just gonna like force this upon you. Tour guiding will be thrust upon you. I'll become a Vegas tourist. Like, oh yeah, show me all the sights. And you'll get a kick out of the way I pronounce Copenhagen. Because I'll make sure I'll have like regular conversational voice, but every time I say the place's name, it'll be Copenhagen. Like when people pronounce oil all weird, like call it olive oil. It'd be beautiful. Exactly. I think so. It'd be wonderful. Honey, we made it. We're almost at an hour. You make it sound Swedish. Is that what it's supposed to be Minnesotan? I guess that kind of makes sense. That's where a lot of people migrated to. So I could see the influence in the accent there. Because, yeah, the Minnesotan accent, it sounds a bit like that, you know? It's got a lot of O's to it. A lot of O's and E's. Oh, yeah, you betcha. Whereas Wisconsin, I always mention it's spitty. So everything's got more of a lisp to it. It's always slurring our words because we're drunk off our asses. I do love that Midwest accent. Yeah. I do it really good. You gotta go to the Piggly Wiggly and go get the accents, you know. It's very similar to Minnesota. Like I said, there's more spit at the end of it. We don't finish our sentences, you know. We'll leave words out, and you're kind of like putting a puzzle together to see what we're talking about, you know. But after you live there for maybe a few months, you start to catch on and say, okay, that's where that word goes. And sometimes they leave out vital information. It's like, I'm gonna go, okay, I'll see you later. But like they meant to say they're going to the store, I'll see you later, but you could have gone with the store with them, you know? Does it creep back when you go home? I mean, when I went back, I did find myself doing it jokingly, but no, not really. Milwaukee's more of a city, so like, you don't really hear it until you get more northern, the country-ish areas. More the suburbs, they start to creep out more. So if I'm like Oconomowoc or Brookfield, Kenosha, it starts to creep out, you know, where there's more trees. It's an easier way of life. Yeah, the more concrete you see, the less you'll hear that accent. Whew, all right, home stretch, home stretch. Okay, so I'm at 568. So according to Selena, that's 150.
What? That's really bad math.
She's saying to subtract like half of it.
Yeah, well, that's more than half.
But knowing her, she wanted to give me less credit. She's like, yeah, no, you did 50. I end up mirroring people's accent by accident. I have to fight against that. Oh my gosh. It's very easy to fall into doing that. It's okay if it's a Midwestern accent. It's kind of like a nonsense accent with no real origin. It's just, you know, a local way of talking. So it's fun. And the better you get at it, the more they think you're a local. And they won't pick on you as much. They'll stop calling you by wherever you're from. It's, oh yeah, you know, Copenhagen over there. The more you sound like them, the less they'll call you it. They might start calling you by your name. I'm afraid people will think I'm making fun of them. Well, here's the thing. If you're just meeting them, they don't know. They'll just think you're so random. You're a kooky, crazy girl. It's like that cat. She's so random. She's a little kooky. All right, a few more minutes. Hey, 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 hey.
Oh, you're way behind me.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking though.
I'm up to done in 30 seconds.
You know, you got an earlier start than I did. I had to set up a live. That took so much out of me. I'm also doing it at a higher incline. Just one more higher, but still. So I feel like it's a little more impressive. Question. Who's like the big pop star in Copenhagen? Like, who's your Britney Spears? Who's the household name pop star? Doing the elliptical? Yes. Gays love the elliptical. I mean, I was making this point earlier. The gays love the elliptical because it's like puts us back in that mindset of running away from bullies. So it comes very naturally to us. Like, I could do the treadmill to get that same feeling, but it becomes too real then. It's like VR, you know? I don't need all that. I need the simulation still. And the Stairmaster, fuck that shit. I'll literally do it for 3 minutes and I'm wiped out. I can't do anything else. That's too involved. That's like going to someone's house that's a couple and they start arguing in front of you. It's like, this is a lot. You feel way too comfortable with me. I gotta go. I didn't sign up for this. And I'm not about to mediate. No, siree, Bob. I'll say you're both wrong. I'm so embarrassing. I don't know Danish mainstream culture very much. Oh my God. A little hermit, are we? Someone doesn't get out very much. That's fine. That's okay. No one thinks it's overrated. Truly. Just enjoy, Copenhagen with its Pizza Hut family style restaurants with the Tiffany lamps above the tables and the red cups and the nice oak varnished, seating areas. I mainly listen to American music. Oh, well, damn. Okay, Louise, way to not support your own people. You said those flops? No, thank you. Lady Gaga.
I'll go some water.
Okay. Oh, we're in the cool down? You finished?
I'm in the cool down, but I finished mine.
Oh, okay. I'm in cool down now. All right, well, I've done my hour. It's been good. Love you all. I'll check back in with you shortly when we start filming for James Mansfield. We're doing I Have Opinions Too. So if you're a Wiglet, be sure and tune into that. We have our Wiglets exclusive live stream for that. Thanks for hanging out. We're just trying to run these hours up so that I can monetize this channel. It's been good. We had a good conversation. This made things go by a lot faster. All right, talk to you guys later. All right, bye.